Hello. This is Ruby D, and I am the Goddess Entrepreneur. And I wanted to go live today to talk about becoming an overnight success. Now, I'm actually gonna make this kind of short and straight to the point. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them below, or any comments, or if you feel that someone needs this information, please feel free to share. I will try my best to address any questions while I'm on this live audio. If not, then I will respond as a reply to your comment. If you happen to listen to the replay, please put replay and where you're listening from. And if you're listening currently, then let me know where you're listening from. But today's topic is becoming an overnight success. And I actually had this thought very early this morning, and I was half asleep, and it just kind of came to me, so I decided I would just discuss it today. But a lot of times when we think about becoming an overnight success, we like to relate that to either going from having very little money to having a lot of money, or going from not being too well known to being well known. In today's yes, that would be nice if you could share it. I appreciate it. But from going to barely known to well known, or in today's technological age, going viral. And yeah, if your thinking is in line with that, then yeah, you would probably look at it that way. But of course, my thinking is just a little bit different from most people. And when I think of becoming an overnight success, I think in terms of becoming an overnight success emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And when I say I think in those terms, it's pretty much my definition of success. I really don't care about anybody else's definition of success, because it has absolutely nothing to do with me. And what somebody else thinks of me has absolutely nothing to do with me either. But for me, my definition of success is pretty much living the life that I want on my terms, and being able to be at peace and happy, and not worry about what anybody else is saying, or living in fear of what somebody else may think about me. And unfortunately, it's a lot of us that don't think like that. Now, if I can make up in my mind at one particular point in time to say, you know what, I'm just going to put my time and my energy and my blood, my sweat and tears and everything, just put all of me into just deciding that emotionally I'm going to take care of myself. I'm always going to make sure that my happiness comes first before anybody's. If I make the decision to mentally be successful and being healthy, and not allow what's going on in this world to keep me in a state of panic all the time, in a state of worrying all the time. And if I decide to spiritually be successful and decide to do right, regardless, what everybody else is doing, and just really focus on me and doing me, then in that instant, I've become a success, because I become what I think I am. And I always think that way about myself. And you should too. If not, then you should probably try it. So when I'm saying it's easy to become an overnight success, it is just that simple. All you have to do is change your mind. And when I say change your mind, make the decision, instead of continuing to allow yourself to suffer, or continuing to allow yourself to feel indifferent about yourself, change your mind about that. The same amount of time it takes you to feel indifferent is the same amount of time it takes you to be confident in yourself. It is pretty much just that simple. If you make it that simple. If it's, up to you and you want to make this hard, then, do you. That's pretty much all I can tell you. And if you make up in your mind that emotionally and mentally and spiritually that you're going to be successful, then that's what you become. And of course, when we think about, like I said, when we think about being successful, of course financially comes to mind. It doesn't necessarily have to be about the more money you have, the more successful you are. No, because you can have a lot of money and be completely ignorant to money management and be completely ignorant to investing and be completely ignorant to how money works. It doesn't matter how much you make. What matters is once you have it, what are you doing with it? Being financially educated and being aware of what money is and the real value that it has, how to make your money grow, how to build generational wealth. Now, in that sense, yes, that would be considered financially successful, not just the amount of zeros that you have in your bank account. So, I don't see any questions or anything. I don't see any comments. Are you there? Is there, chime in. Let me know what you think. Just like I have my opinion, you have yours. And I respect your opinion. It's all about discussion. And I know that everybody doesn't see the world the way I see it. And simply because you don't, it does not make me right and you wrong. That's not the way I think. That's not the way that I operate. But, just to kind of backtrack a little bit, what I think becoming an overnight success is when you decide on your own that emotionally, mentally, and spiritually that you are going to succeed in whatever it is that you do. That's becoming an overnight success. I feel like if you are financially educated, then yes, in that sense, you're financially successful. But sometimes you just have to go beyond just a basic definition or basic understanding of the terminology that we use. Just like I said, my level of success is not determined by anybody else but myself. And to me, in my book, failure is non-existent. Failure, really, who does that? And when you fail, are you failing according to somebody else's, grading scale? Just think about it. When you were in school and you took a test and you got less than a certain percentage or you got below a certain grade, then what they put a big fat F on there and said you failed. Well, if there was no grading system, then guess what? You wouldn't have failed. Simple as that. So, like I said, in my book, failure is a word that's non-existent. So, just to kind of go ahead and wrap this up, my definition of successful is, one, not everybody else's definition of successful. And two, my level of success is only defined by me and no one else. And in my opinion, that's the way it should be for everybody. Stay in your lane, do your thing, and you can literally become an overnight success. So I appreciate you all for listening. Like I said, I woke up this morning and that's what was on my mind and that's what I decided to talk about. So I just want to say peace to you all. Make sure you visit the website www.thegoddessgrind.com. If you join my email list, I do give a free root chakra consultation. And actually, it's very beneficial. It lasts about 15 minutes, but within that 15 minutes, you will actually gain a lot of information. So I thank you for listening. If you feel it's beneficial, please share it. I'm Ruby D, the Goddess Entrepreneur, And I will talk to you all next time. Peace.